Mr. Bruce Mansfield, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Derryn, and you describing that space race, incredible radio, that I, many years prior, was doing the Titanic disaster.
I imagine you were. Listen, somebody just sent me a tweet saying, wasn't Bruce Mansfield there for the opening of 3AW?
No, I was not. Interesting to note that the opening of 3AW, it was owned by, well, the letters AW are Allen's, the music store in Collins Street, and Williams, the J.C. Williamson's of Her Majesty's Theatre. And the first program came from the foyer of Her Majesty's Theatre. And it was a musical show. They did programs from the actual auditorium of Her Majesty's of a live studio orchestra.
And people wore black ties and things, didn't they, and tuxedos?
That's right.
Now, where did Uncle Roy came from? Because Uncle Roy, you were there with Uncle Roy with John Blackman and then with Darren James. Where did the character come from?
The character evolved from Norman Banks, who, toward the end of his life, was doing amazing things on radio. And he was a very funny man. And so we developed this character, and we both decided we couldn't be calling it Norman. So we landed with Uncle Roy as a nom de plume, and we did 10 years of breakfast.
And that's right. You took on sort of a Norman Banks persona. You're a crusty old fart, and you're a very, very, very right wing and just a nasty old bugger.
You know, I don't like the language. I just find that, you know, you may be coming from New Zealand, but you don't have to use that sort of language over here, Derryn. It's not necessary.
What date did you start on AW?
Oh, well, it was great. It was 30 years ago, and
30
surely, yeah.
And you got the first dollar you ever earned from them.
Yes, I have it framed.
Yeah, because you're the meanest man I've ever met.
No, I remember giving away a chook that was in the prize cupboard from your cupboard, and you lambasted me up, and that legal suit is going to follow you.
I recall giving away one of your Christmas turkeys to somebody, and you nearly crashed your car getting back from Ivanhoe to try and I gave it away through a list. I said, "Oh, Mansfield's gone now. Uncle Roy's disappeared. You can have his Christmas turkey," and you were apoplectic about it.
You know, it's a highway robbery. And remember the Dancing Man tickets, given out the front, and I kept a couple.
Yes, you did. I was giving away Dancing Man tickets for a show I was promoting. I was the entrepreneur behind it, and you snaffled a couple for yourself. I do recall that.
Oh, does it matter?
Not anymore. Listen, old chap, it's a great day for AW. I was contemplating whether I should open with it at 4 o'clock. I thought, why not? It's 80 years on. It's a big time. But you'll agree with me that there are always different golden ages in radio, and there'll be people following us, and they'll do it too.
Exactly, and you know, it's the only station, that dear old girl is the only station left on the dial in its original form. All the other commercial stations have gone to the devil. And
that's true. It's a pity you haven't been invited to the party tonight.
Well, I have been, but I'll be on air, one floor beneath you.
As the way it should be. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, mate.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. Bruce Mansfield, a real stalwart of 3AW. John Blackers wouldn't mind this now because we had the big blah about it. We're now mates again. But yes, I did. He talked about AW having lost its soul, and I said, no, it hasn't lost its soul. It's lost its arsehole. But there was a bit of fighting time because I remember when we played it dirty too, and Brian White took most of the AW staff across to the 3AK. They disappeared without trace, as has happened to the next station that tried it. But we ran ads. I remember big posters we had with pictures of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and a transistor radio on it saying, if I want to listen to Sydney radio, I'll live in Sydney. It was a tough fight, but we beat